clear your mind, think about gratitude. How fortunate we are to have each other, to have this dojo, to have Aikido here in Cody. Aikido is not common in small towns. You don't see Aikido very much except in big cities. It's kind of an obscure art, even today, as popular as martial arts has become. So we all depend on each other. You are the dojo, I'm not the dojo. Without you all, I just sit here and meditate, keep breathing.
Right.
So, you depend on each other. And how fortunate beginners are to have these higher ranked students that will dedicate their time and put their training aside to help you, and how fortunate they are to have you so that they have the opportunity to give back and share the art with someone else. So one of the ways that you can give back to your own body and your own spirit is through key breathing, proper breathing. And I believe more than 90% of the public don't know how to breathe properly. So I wanted to spend the first 10 minutes or so of class today on breathing properly. Actually, a key breathing class, if you will. So, several ways that you can position yourself in your key breathing. You want to make sure that you have your center underneath you, okay? If you can't sit seiza like I am, I believe this is the best, the optimal position to do key breathing in, okay? But if you can't sit in seiza, you can sit cross-legged, but if in sitting cross-legged you're not able to align your spine to get your center over and you feel like you're falling backwards, then you're better off laying down, face up, and just relax, okay? So when we talk about aligning the spine, it's very important to the breathing because of the way the diaphragm and everything works, okay? So if you can see as I sit in seiza, that I'm not sitting like this. Very important. So to open, shoulders back, relax, so that the spine is aligned with the center. Okay. When you begin to breathe in, you breathe in through the nose, you breathe out through the mouth. We start off with 3-4 seconds in, 3-4 seconds out. And as you progress, you're going to lengthen the time of those breaths. So you're going to go 4, 5, 6 seconds in, 4, 5, 6 seconds out, 8, 10 seconds in, 8, 10 seconds out, okay? To the point where you will bring yourself where you will be able to do 25, 30 seconds in, 25, 30 seconds out. You'll take one breath a minute. I do that frequently. It takes a few minutes to get your blood fully oxygenated and your heart rate and you're slowed down enough where you can actually do that and not feel anaerobic or like you're starved for a breath, okay? And it may take you guys a lot longer than a few minutes to get to 25, 30 seconds. But that's your goal, is to slow the respirations consciously, thereby slowing the heart rate, the blood pressure. You're going to control the physiology of your own body through doing this. You're also going to cleanse your blood. So you're going to change the chemistry of your body through this exercise. You're going to unite mind, body, spirit. And you quite possibly, if you do this on a regular basis and you do it properly, could significantly change your life in the process. And I don't mean that lightly. I mean, you can use this as a tool. It's been called the universal shut-off switch for anxiety in the human being. More effective, in my opinion, than any medication you could give somebody for anxiety. Okay, so anytime you're in a stressful situation, anytime you're feeling anxious, anytime you're feeling like you're losing control of your brain, that your consciousness is not controlling your brain anymore, start key breathing, okay? And you'll bring yourself back to center. I believe the consciousness is not doesn't exist within the brain. I believe consciousness exists on a higher level, on a higher dimension outside of the brain, and that consciousness is what controls the brain, and that the brain is what tells the body what to do. Okay? So get comfortable, get a good seated seiza position, and if you can't, feel free to lie down, okay? So when you keep breathing, you want to close the eyes and open them just enough to where you can see images walk in front of you, or somebody to walk in front of you. So you're gonna maintain a level of awareness in that respect, okay? So keep breathing, not to be confused with meditation. Two different things. You can do key breathing meditation, which is more difficult to master. Meditation requires a clear mind. You have to clear all thoughts from your mind. Much more difficult than simply focusing on and learning how to breathe properly. But if you bring those two together, that's a very powerful element, okay? So let's start breathing in and out. And in, remember again, in through the nose, and out through the mouth. Breathing in, and breathing out. I'm kind of setting the rhythm for you here, and you pick it up from there, okay? Set your own breathing pace, in through the nose, out through the mouth. If you want to count, 1001, 1002, whatever you need to do to bring yourself into that zone. But what you want to do is, as time passes here, as we sit here, you want to slow those breaths. So after a couple of minutes, we'll be 5-6 seconds in, 5-6 seconds out. Not to rush it, because when you rush it, you'll send yourself into an anaerobic state where you feel starved for a breath. That's not where you want to go. As deep in as you can breathe. Completely fill the lungs, and then relax, let that air out slowly through the mouth, controlling it with the back of your throat. When you breathe in, don't suck your stomach in. That's not natural. That's trying to show you're not fat. Okay? As you breathe in, the diaphragm expands, your stomach should extend or distend outward. So allow it to do that. That's proper breathing. Deep, slow breaths. Deeper and deeper each time. Slower and slower each time. As you're breathing, take this opportunity to clear your mind from all outside thoughts as you prepare to focus on your training. Right here, right now, there is nothing else. There is only Aikido. The art of blending with the universal life force, the art of peace. That's all there is right now, here and now. Focus on that. Deeper breaths. So now you are in charge of your brain. It's not in charge of you. Your consciousness has taken control of your brain. And in doing so, you've taken control of your physiology, your heart rate, your respirations, your blood pressure. You control that, not the outside world. Okay, slowly bring yourselves back. Open your eyes. Stand up. Let the blood back into your feet. Kokyo. The Japanese call the breath kokyo, and it's synonymous with ki and life force energy. They believe that they run one and the same. So we use breath in our techniques many times. When we move, when we act, it's with breath, it's with kokyo. Even when we do our aikitaisos, right? Like you, Udafuri Chako Undo, it's so the breath is very powerful. Okay? Call it ki. Sometimes when the voice is involved with the breath, then it becomes ki. Okay? So take that ki breathing concept, take that concept of kokyo, and applying that in your movements, your technique, and let's practice Aikido. Jiawaza, we call Jiawaza free practice. Any attack, any defense. Before you do that, take one look at that moon. Is that all three? Good stuff.